Hey, this is Abe.
And this is Elexa.
We are here at the GOEL Get Out Enjoy Life podcast.
Today we're going to be talking about our travels here as we're in Italy right now for a whole month.
So, we first started out in Rome, and we were there for about 4 days?
5, maybe, I think.
5 days.
I think 5 days.
And we went and saw all the sites, pretty much.
Yeah, both Abe and I have been to Rome separately, but this is the first time we're actually exploring together, and we're going to some new places. So we went to sites that we really wanted to either revisit or new ones we hadn't seen before, like the Roman Forum.
Yeah, the Roman Forum, I hadn't ever been there.
Yeah.
I'd been to the Colosseum. Mm-hmm. The lines were crazy long.
Yeah.
Insane. They were wrapping around the Colosseum.
Yeah. Well, what we actually didn't know was the day we actually went out to look at the Roman Forum, it was a Sunday, and it was some special day where all these major places were free to come and visit. So the Colosseum was one of them. The Roman Forum was one of them. I think there was another area, but I can't remember now what it is. But so there were long lines, lots of people. I think they basically closed down the road because everybody was walking in the street.
And people were actually just sitting in the street, having other people take photos of them.
And laying down.
Yeah, and laying down. That's right.
Yeah.
I don't know if they were tour groups or...
Yeah.
But yeah, first day really was a hard day just because we hadn't gotten basically the lay of the land. Mm-hmm. And we went out after being on a flight all night in the heat of the day. Mm-hmm. And just didn't drink enough water. Yeah. And yeah, so we kind of based our trip off of that first day on what not to do. So we've been getting up early, and early we mean like 7 o'clock, getting out around that time.
Between like 7 and 8-ish.
Yeah. And then you miss the heat of the day or get out before the heat of the day. And it really starts getting hot around 12 to 2 o'clock. So we try to come back to our place that we're staying at that time, take a little rest, and then go back out for the evening or afternoon portion.
Yeah, the nice thing about Italy is that people really stay up late. They eat dinner late. Like, they stay out. They have drinks and things like that. So it's like, it's okay that we take a break in the middle of the day. It's not like we're missing anything that we couldn't, that we maybe would want to see.
Yeah, and I wonder, like, if that's something that's actually built into the culture. Like, do people go and take a break? And it might be because a lot of these restaurants, or not a lot of them, but some of them, they actually close down after lunch and then reopen at dinner time.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's helped us a ton, and we've learned really, with traveling, we're still learning on how much should we bring. We overbrought things.
Yeah, we each packed a suitcase, not just a little carry-on suitcase, but a full-size suitcase. Abe's is a little bit smaller. They're not necessarily the largest size you could get, but we have a lot of stuff in there, a lot of clothes, a lot of extras we thought we would need to bring with us, like fans and all these different... I think we brought an extra towel that we didn't necessarily need. So it's been a huge learning experience, like Abe said.
And it's kind of interesting because we watched a whole bunch of YouTube videos and researched, by looking on blogs. And I feel like it was like the going consensus that people did not have AC while in Italy, like tourists. And the tourists were always saying, oh, if there is AC, the AC doesn't work or it doesn't work well. But every single place we've stayed at, which have only been 2 so far, it hasn't been horrible in terms of heat in the hostel that we stayed in. The hostel that we stayed in, actually, what was it called?
Rome Hello.
Rome Hello, yeah. Their AC, was stronger than our AC at home. And our AC at home is pretty strong. So We actually couldn't even turn up to full force because it got so cold.
Mm-hmm.
And then here in Sorrento, we haven't really had to turn on the AC a whole bunch. It's been cool enough.
Yeah, and even this morning I woke up and I felt cold, so I turned it off.
Yeah, so it's been very interesting just from what we've seen, that we expected, and then what's actually really, really happening.
Yeah. All the places we've stayed so far have been amazing in their own ways. We're kind of doing like a mix of hostels. We're now in a bed and breakfast, and then we're also doing maybe a hotel. Yeah, I don't know if it's one or what.
Later in Venice.
But everywhere has been really nice, really clean. Like, I've been very impressed. No air conditioning issues, like Abe said.
And they've all provided towels so far as well. Yep. That was another one of our worries, because we bought like travel towels from REI, quick drying, like microfiber towels, which they weren't cheap either. They're like $45 a towel or $35.
30 something.
Yeah, it was like something we contemplated, but we're like, yeah, we got to have towels, because if they don't have towels there, what are we going to do?
Yeah.
And yeah, these two places so far have had towels, and they're like willing to change them like every day, which we don't need at all.
Yeah. I think one thing that's important to also mention is that if you've never been to Italy is very different than the United States in that it doesn't have just one big department store where you can just get everything.
Well, I don't know. Does it? We haven't really traveled outside the tourist areas so far, right?
I've never experienced department stores. The last time I was here, I studied abroad, and that was about 5 years ago. And I remember going into one really big store, but it was a store with clothes and shoes and bags and I think makeup, but it wasn't like a Walmart or a Target or something like that. So we've had to go and try to find things, like whether that's at the pharmacy, and the pharmacy has like everything from like lotion to makeup to Band-Aids to things you would usually go to a doctor for.
Right, yeah. They almost act like a little urgent care.
Yeah, so it's just a little different, if you're not, if you haven't experienced it before, I think that can kind of be a little shocking, I guess, to know where to go. And so we've had to do a lot of Googling for certain things. So it was just easier if we brought certain things that would, I guess, make us more comfortable. Or what we thought we needed.
We thought it would be easier.
Yeah, we thought it'd be easier for us, but it's been heavy.
Yeah.
And it's felt a little excessive.
I'm trying to get downstairs without an elevator when there isn't even an option for an elevator in certain instances has been difficult. But it's a good learning opportunity, and really kind of figuring out what you really need and don't need.
Yes.
Because honestly, I've been wearing the same pair of pants probably for like the last 3 or 4 days. I mean, they don't, get dirty, and you're not sweating on your lower half normally. And so I just
different for everybody.
That's different for everyone, I guess. But I have to replace my shirt maybe twice a day.
Yeah, it's probably time to replace the shorts.
Probably, yeah. I really like these shorts.
And I've been alternating dresses, so that's been really nice. And like, I brought a couple different pairs of shoes. One's like a white tennis shoe that's really comfortable, and then one is like almost like a hiking sandal. And so I've rotated between those two, and that's been good. I mean, you can wear the white sneakers with dresses and stuff like that.
And then on the other hand, I only brought one tennis shoe, and that's all I've worn. I did bring some slippers and some like nice dress shoes, but I only wore the dress shoes once, and I don't really plan on wearing the slippers. And I say slippers because was born and raised in Hawaii, but they're
flip-flops.
Flip-flops, yeah. So I'll probably wear those if we go to the beach, but yeah. And we really we budgeted like $120 a day.
20 euros.
120.
Right? Or was it dollars?
Dollars a day.
Dollars.
and haven't gone over that. We've been actually doing about half. And that's, that's not paying for hotels and hostels, all that we prepaid for or paid prior to coming.
Yeah.
But that's 120 was supposed to be for like transportation and food. We
and any kind of like like if we do an excursion or something.
And we haven't done a lot of excursions actually.
No.
Or we only have one plan so far. We're thinking about taking a cooking class.
We're going to go to Pompeii.
We're going to go
do an archaeologist tour.
Yeah. And we paid for that one prior to coming as well. So, yeah, I think, just walking around has been just eye-opening in itself. And we didn't even realize, like, we knew we were going to walk a lot, but the amount of walking we've been doing is, like, way above, like, what we normally do at home. We've been walking anywhere from, 10 to 13 miles a day?
Yeah, about.
Yeah.
It's been a lot. We've been tired, and we've also been very hungry.
Yeah, because, we're trying to follow what they do in Italy or what we think people do in Italy, and I love coffee, and I got Alexa addicted to coffee as well earlier on our relationship. And we've only been getting like a cappuccino and a croissant for breakfast, and then for lunch we'll sometimes just do like a sandwich of some sort or
something more on the light side, and then dinner is like pizza, pasta, the heavier things.
Which the food has just been amazing.
It's been so good.
We recently, or last night, I actually got what's it called? Spaghetti
something carbonara.
Yeah. And it's, I believe it's just eggs, like an egg sauce, and this one had, I think, some bacon or pork or something of that sort in it. But Alexa and I, we were talking about what it was like, and it really tasted like a hollandaise sauce.
Yeah.
It was just
and
covered.
It had pieces of egg in it, right?
Yeah,
like,
I think
almost
know,
it looked
maybe.
like scrambled like pieces of egg. I don't know.
It was amazing.
Cheese.
It was just so savory. It had like an umami taste, and the pasta has just been cooked to perfection as well.
Yes.
When they say al dente, like it's al dente.
It really is. Yeah, I had like a penne pasta with pesto sauce that was also very good, but I really enjoyed Abe's.
Yeah, your pasta was good. The pesto, like you can really taste the basil. Like it truly tastes like it was freshly made.
Yeah.
And then they always, they provide it with like a sprig of basil as well. We've been eating quite a bit of gelato as well, and I don't know how true it is, but like we had heard that, gelato, if it's really brightly colored, it might not be real gelato.
Yeah, real gelato or like not good. I don't remember exactly.
Yeah, so, but
or like authentic. Maybe it's like authentic.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so Alexa's been getting a lot of pistachio gelato.
That's like my absolute favorite. I did get a cheesecake one too. That was very good.
Oh, I don't know if I had that
at
one.
one point.
Okay. Yeah, that, and I've been getting everything and anything across the board in the gelatos. One of the things that we did find with food was that the croissants, they have these cream-filled croissants.
Oh, so good.
Oh my gosh, they should have those back in the United States.
Yes.
Really.
It's almost like so we've had ones that are like vanilla cream, and then we had one that tasted kind of like almost vanilla pudding inside. And then we also tried one that had pistachio filling, which was my favorite. I don't eat a lot of pistachios at home. I do like pistachios, but I feel like Italy does it best with the desserts and pistachios. It's just like fabulous. Like
Italy does it best with the food.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all been amazing. Yeah. So that's been our trip so far, and it's hard to get out and enjoy life, but sometimes it costs a lot of money, but just getting out and taking a walk, going to the park, or hanging out with friends is always a mood lifter, and
Yeah.
it's great.
Yeah.
So we'll see you guys next time. Thanks for joining us on Get Out and Enjoy Life.
Bye.
Bye.